Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So, today we are going to be doing a show on Jim, Dr. Jim. We're going to be going on to Matchmaker because I have over 10 people that I must respond to. And then we're going to put Jim on the Spotify and put Jim onto Apple Podcasts. So let me take off this ring and get started. Oh my God, I gotta place this down here. Hold on. I got it all out. Oh, I'm on the wrong it's right here. I forgot to do one last thing, you guys. StreamYard, another StreamYard for to download the video. Um Goes to the past. Are y'all on here with me? No. Follow me. I have a lot of stuff to delete. Wait, no, no, no. Burger King, it starts at Burger King. It won't delete on my other shows unless I keep it from being embedded. The reason why I do this is to keep it clear for other people. Oh, I'm going to keep the Rhino Idaho Senators because I'm going to tweak it. Round two. Round two. I'm going to do that on here too. Remind me, you guys. I'm going to make one for the good Hispanic Americans. I'm going to tweak that one too. Now, the New Year's resolution is something because, oh, this is hard. This is very bad. Oh, my God. Who was the last person I put? Okay, good. So I'm right on time. Let's download the MP3 and MP4. I need to take my allergy medicine. You have to excuse me, you guys. I noticed that um, the people that I came across at Walmart, Burger King, or cross paths with, they told me that here, like the allergic, you know, transition is pretty crazy. So I'm like every 5 minutes. Back to the story. So would you like me? Oh my God, I have some good skits. And I delete all of them. I'm not deleting nothing no more. I'm just gonna start making reels of them. Oh my God, I am not deleting this. Okay, so now what? Here, download. Here, that's the MP4 audio MP3. It takes a while for the MP3. Go here, here, here. Copy and paste this. Enter, no, library. Um, let's do download again in MP3 just in case it didn't go through. Edit and repurpose. Make him a real. I forgot we transfer. This wasn't a well thought out plan. Okay. Good. That's the perfect one. Thanks, John. Oh my God, his name is so different. Jim, not John. Jim. Shoot. Where's my other glass? Hold on, excuse me. I gotta put on my reading glasses. SHOO Pat. I hope I put the D dot. You are an amazing person, and I'm writing him today. I'm a, I'm a, I'm a. What is it? I am going to call him because it's still a little early. If I get through early, I'll call him. Tell him that I did this. There we go. So now we got this, delete that, delete, and Kimberly Cloud Show LLC featuring hello, no, hello, depression, anxiety, anxiety, schizophrenia, major depression, bipolar, and success story of a man who had major, who have, who fights a battle of major depression and yet treats, and yet he, and yet you would think that he had, no, that just sounds so weird. You would think this doctor, amazing doctor, was struggled with. struggled with all of these, but yet he acts he, but yet his performance that he does, shows that he has successfully learned how to overcome his battle with major depression through friends, family, and major support. He will always have my support because there is also a spiritual battle when people cannot solve what medication cannot fix alone. He has the Dr. Jim has many spiritual books that him and his family lean towards when medication isn't helping and leaf on a stream isn't working. To take someone's thought process and put it on a stream to follow through a and while forgetting that 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 negative thought existed existed. Another cool trick is to talk negative back to a negative while incorporating how you would change that negative into a positive with new thinking, critical thinking skills. This doctor knew that his journey was fate, family, fate with family and friends. I highly recommend Dr. Shu Pat for being a great man, individual, and I truly thank him for watching, participating, and dealing with the, the random questions asked, a, a great energy to have when you ask the right questions. Oh, oh Lord Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Okay, I need the heater again. What is, I've always been anemic. Where are you at? I just downloaded. There we go. That's why I did that. 3. Okay. It's 1. Depression, anxiety, the schizophrenia, major depression, bipolar, and success, and a success story of a man who fights a battle over major depression. Period. You would think this amazing doctor struggled with all of these. Could have. It's 1. Okay.
Were not illegal, but in your view, were they appropriate? Stacey Plaskett is not accused of violating any House rule, any law, any statute, and she's clearly and unequivocally denounced Jeffrey Epstein. And I think what the survivors fought for today is a type of transparency that came out of the House.
Okay. So now it's a waiting game for the stuff to download. While the stuff is downloading, I'm going to make a reel for the reclassification.
Do you think it was appropriate for her to be texting with Jeffrey Epstein 11 years after he pleaded guilty?
I mean, I have not had a conversation with Stacey Plaskett to discuss this issue. First, let me just say, Hakeem Jeffries looks awful. He looks sickly. He looks unwell. You can tell the stress of these Epstein files backfiring on the Democrats in epic proportion is weighing on him and aging him like milk. But just a month ago, Hakeem Jeffries and the Democrats were saying Donald Trump being pictured with Epstein in the 90s was inexcusable. It was despicable. It was morally repugnant. It was indisputable evidence that Donald Trump was an active participant in all of the most notorious and nefarious activities. But a Democrat in the House texting Epstein in 2019, getting fed answers that hopefully led to Donald Trump's downfall, was perfectly acceptable. That's why Donald Trump called this a Democrat hoax, because Democrats were never interested in uncovering the truth and getting justice for the victims. They wanted to uncover the truth so far as that truth incriminated Donald Trump. And because the Democrats and Jeffrey Epstein have the same aim of ruining Donald Trump's reputation, they were perfect natural actors.
That is the perfect one. Okay, now I can refresh this. Publish that. Go back. This is round 2, right? Okay. This is the come on.
Allies. Hockey.
Professional. Now let me take a look. Um, Here is the link to Spotify. Here is the link to Apple. It would take a long time to process. You remember. Here we go. And here we go. Give me just a second. Oh, wrong one.
The team says, oh,
Oh, I didn't send no subject. Fiddlesticks. Download. Download. Last thing is transfer. I'm about to show you guys. Hold on. You know, you would think that there is a gem, just in case another, like a lot of gems out there, but just in case he don't open it, let me make, okay. Let me do WeTransfer. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. What just happened? I did the wrong thing. I'm looking for Jim. Looking for Jim email address really quick. There it is. Now all I gotta do is download that. Now while that's going, work on downloading one more thing. Where's the edits? Download, download, download. So that is useless right here. What is this at 23%? I don't need, let me actually write her Sri Kalva Shari Shante. Let me actually go on to Matchmaker while we transfers up. I'm about to show y'all, just give me a second. And after I go on to Matchmaker, you got Matchmaker, you got WeTransfer, which is at 43%. You got, I don't need Calendly no more. Well, yes, I do. What is all these files just taking up space? Hold on. Just in case something, just in case something pops up. Let me get on LinkedIn real quick. Proprietary information. Do I have another picture? Add video thumbnail. Yeah. No, a better thumbnail. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. That has nothing to do with it. Let me. One more thing I gotta do.
Well, what she did.
Where is we transfer? There we go. Where is it at? Transfers. I ain't gonna put it in. I'm a hashtag Fox, CNN, ABC, CBS. Oh my God. Let me edit. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, what's the other one? There's two of them. The other one is this one. Using my iris. I'm a patent something. Something is about to be patent. We're about to go on Grok. Take control over whether we drive under the influence by using AI. Oh, hell no, that's not what I want. How did that happen? Where are you at? That's why I didn't want to come down here. No, that's the wrong one. Ugh, you're being funny. This could be deleted. This could be deleted. This could be deleted. Where is Iris? There it is. I freaking messed up doing that. Not what I'm doing now, but closing out Matchmaker FM. But we're about to go on Grok. First, I'm gonna get a Matchmaker FM, and then we're gonna go on X and look up about patents. Um, can't do it all. I want you to see this, you guys. First, we're gonna get on a Matchmaker. I got some yays and nays. Let's see what we got here coming in this bronze audit. Okay, let me come back to her. You can sign up here. Make sure you send your bio and pic to the Kimberly Cloud Show at yahoo.com. Okay, Mr. Chivas. Dang, 10 minutes go by so fast. I done pushed this thing like 3 times.
Didn't violate any house rules. It wasn't technically illegal. How about just basic decency and
Why do I keep doing it? He didn't even show up, but it's okay. He always have a long thing. Hold up. I did this beautiful bio. Can you resend it to the Kimberly Cloud Show at yahoo.com so we can discuss your favorite President Obama again? I'm excited. Take care. I will await your response. Oh, the black guy. Lawyer Johnson said he's not interested right now. Good. Thanks. I'm trying to see who fits the criteria of being rude. If it was really like that, and this was the person who, this was a real person, but this person is kind of skittish because it has to be some type of form of someone other than him, because it says if you are not interested at all, just do not respond. Rather be civilized than rude. Thanks, and they all say the same thing. Sorry, not interested right now. Not everybody talks the same. Everybody have a different language. Sorry, that's okay. No, that's okay. I'm okay. Take care. People let me down in the nicest ways, and I respect that. Some people don't feel like it aligns. I dance, I sing, I play the piano or the keyboard just a little bit with one hand, not both. I'm trying to master both. That's why I get on there every day so I can partially master it. I'm not trying to, if I had more time, I would do it. So I do it with you guys as my documentary, listening to random music that I feel is appropriate for a 41-year-old. I'm not one, I'm not 15, I'm not 12, I'm 41. I never invited a child to my page. I don't talk to children. I have to talk to teenagers. I don't find it no like appropriate to talk to a teenager unless it's business related. So if a teenager is on my page, that is not my fault. I didn't give you money. I didn't have you pay me to dance for you. This is free. And then I didn't pay you to bring your child to my page. I never asked for a child to come on my page. Have you ever seen me ask? Everybody that's been rocking with me for 5 years straight. It's adults on this page. And there's a lot more where that came from because I'm not stopping for no one. To stop would mean to care about what someone else wants me to perform like. And that means that's a control thing. You want to control me to not dance. And I barely even can dance. I'm not trying to be a star with it. I just express myself. Would you would you rather somebody play it off like they're fake? You know, no, I'm not fake. 10 people is good enough, and then we're going to my future husband, Grok. I understand white women why some of y'all are hesitant. And I understand why some black women are hesitant too. I feel empathy, sympathy. I try to put myself in your shoes. If you're just joining my show and trying to figure out who I am the type of person that categorizes people. I am the type, everybody do it, but I thoroughly do it. Like, if somebody, like for instance, I analyzed, if somebody, for instance, sat up there and mistreated me, I identify their gender, I identify their race, I identify their age, I identify where they come from, and then and many more other aspects, and then I put them in a box in a category. So far, here, yeah, certain people do act annoying, but it's nothing compared to the laughing and the pointing and the picture taking to get aroused or the name calling that I got in Seattle. I can accept what's going on here. It's not going to be perfect. It's like a marriage where it's like, hey, look, someone may have 90% of good qualities and 10% of bad qualities. Would you accept 90 over 30? So if you're hesitant, you know, don't be. I'm not fake. You know, if you are afraid, you got me thinking, you think I'm fake, I'm thinking you're fake. You know, like, what is your angle? And that's not to the Boise women, where we keep miscommunicating. I don't know if I'm not doing it on purpose. That's like Z and Trump. Z keeps reneging on shit. And Trump keeps saying, we have a plan. The plan is to do the interview. Just like I go through the same exact shit Trump go through. I had an interview yesterday. The plan was to do the interview. She didn't show. She said she would be an hour late. And then an hour passes. I delete the footage, the virtual studio. Then I show back up and make a new studio for her to not show up again. I can't control what you guys do. If you say you're going to do something, do it. That's like I can depend on a 2 year old to be a 2 year old more than an adult to be a freaking adult. My job is to make you look good. That's what I have the Kimberly Cloud Show for. I don't care what, as long as the show gets done and me making you look good makes me look good. professionally. Isn't that what it is about? You invest in Best Buy, you invest in Facebook, you invest in Twitter, X, whatever, glasses or phone. Why do you invest in Apple? Why do you invest in Samsung? Because they make it look good for the consumer. That is why I do my job. When you start playing these games, it just makes you look bad. Why would you want to make yourself look bad as any race of a woman? Because the statistics, and I can prove it, shows that I have more problems with women than men. And it's not my fault I'm saying this. You know what's the truth? The statistics shows that I have more men than women through my videos. So it's not my fault. I reach out to women. Y'all see I'm reaching out to women. That they're either hesitant or they don't want to show up. If you don't like who I am, go find someone fake that can accept you. And that is how I feel. I'm not going to freaking sweat nobody over a show because they will come to me, and they have. And that's how every CEO feels, not just me. Now we're finished. Two more, two more, two more. Some of these pages are fake pages. Some of these pages are ran by organizations with multiple accounts. I mean, these are organizations looking for people like me, or made for people like me, not by, but for people like me, to discourage me from moving on. I never had this problem with women and getting women off a matchmaker. I think I've interviewed her. I can go down the list of how many women I've interviewed. They don't even show them no more. I've interviewed him. He's autistic, I think. Yeah. Do a cameo. What would you do? Let's look at this. No, I don't want to hear the song. She killed the rapist and murderer of her 7-year-old daughter. If a 7-year-old was raped and murdered, you don't know what these sadistic people do. Think about a 7-year-old fear, the fear she had to go through as he did whatever he did to her. Imagine, you have to put yourself in a murderer's shoes to understand why we want murderers locked up and dead and pedophiles. Some people try to ignore it and pretend like it doesn't exist. And those are the Democrats in La La Land. You know, I'm not a dumb person, But if you kill someone while fearful, I've read about this, and I've seen it on movies, and I heard rumors about Hillary Clinton being into this type of stuff, where it was a rumor going around for a while. I don't know if it was true or not. I wasn't there. That they are drinking children blood, adrenal glands and blood, while they're fearful, to give them a rush, a high, a different type of high. I obviously, over the years, whatever she's been doing illegal showed that she has no youth. I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm not Trump. I'm not saying that. But she don't have her youth. She's falling out of vans, and she hit Clinton with a book and gave him a black eye. So I'm telling you, whatever illusion, quick fix illusion that you think you get, whether you get high or not, is irrelevant. You're killing a body, a soul of God, a child, for a high. You deserve to be buried over and over every less than a second for eternity for that shit. Up, it's time. Like every time your soul just taken for taking a child, somebody innocent life. So you had to smear me and cheat. I would do the same thing. I'm sorry. This is not a joke. They actually wants to kill me. In all seriously, please include me in your prayers. This is going to be you in April. Enjoy the last couple of months. Fraudsters wants to kill him for telling the truth. The only reason why, the only reason why they haven't sent me any type, I've had those type of texts, but the only reason why they haven't initially engaged in violence is because when I say it, they don't want me to be right. And they want me to look crazy. And this is the cartel I speak of. Just like when they came at me, five of them with big ass weapons in that small ass, hoopy ass, short, square Honda or Nissan, 1990 Nissan. They come out the truck with big guns and then they just disappear. I call the police, it look like they never was there. And now you see why I despise cartels. He just hit that white woman in the face with no freaking remorse. He just hit her. That's exactly why I held it up, the knife. He did the same. He was walking towards me exactly that way. And I was about to light up his neck if he ever touched me with his big wildebeest ass. My life for his. You have to think like that around murderers. You think I'm just going to sit up there and say, oh, he's lunging at me. Ah, I'm helpless. That's exactly what happened. She looked at him for too long. You can't give a murderer a chance to get you. I'm 155 and he's like almost 300 pounds and 6'6" or 7 or 6 feet. I could be wrong, but he's a tall person from Africa. You know what they do to women in Africa? These immigrants. Now you say that. I already knew that. Psychologists suggest we do not think thoughts, we receive them. Bow wow wow. Russell Brand. Legendary American rapper Snoop Dogg has publicly gave his life to Christ and is set up to drop a gospel album. Wow, no more bitches and hoes, bitches and hoes. No more of that. Snoop Dogg, I've been listening to you all my life. That's good. More ho I mean, dang. More power to you. That was a segment for he slept. The aura. Are y'all watching? Please say y'all watching. Okay, great. If I was saying this and y'all wasn't watching, I would be so embarrassed. Three teen home invaders.
Dignity.
You know, I'm starting to see it. Is that real? What the fuck? I'm not saying they're ugly. That's not what I see. What I see is differently shaped heads. And that's real. And those are daycare owners. So if these are Somalian workers, Biden, why did you let so many people in America that had no reason to be in America? If it wasn't for you, former President Biden, I wouldn't be getting these text messages, these messed up emails asking for money, these scams, these interceptions of phone calls, everything. Following, emasculation, watching. Y'all don't believe me. I'm done. And I'm about to get on X, but y'all may not believe me, but President Biden has done a lot of messed up stuff to America. Not just me, but America. He's done a lot of stuff to America. And from 2021 to 2023, late 2023, I was on and off homeless. I ended up getting locked up on Biden's watch. And plus, it was leaked, I think, by Pam, but not Pam Bondi. What is her name? Christy Nome, former Governor Christy Nome. She basically stated that Biden had people following American civilians, watching them. He had ODNI following American civilians, not the ones that were just in the military, but the civilians. You, yes, you out there, if you even think for a split second, no one can predict you all's behavior. You are just like a weather pattern, especially if you got a 9 to 5 job or a 12-hour shift or a 14-hour shift or a 17-hour shift. However you work. If you work, you are predictable. And it's easy to follow you. When you leave work, when you come from work, when you go on your miscellaneous trips, you're easy. When you cheat on your spouse, when you don't cheat on your spouse, wherever you go, you are predictable. And Biden did that to me. That's why they were so lethal with finding me so easily. They stopped that program, ODNI, immediately. They only do that to immigrants, which now they name ICE. An organization, I don't know how long ICE been out, but it just became popular enough for everyone to know about ICE, where immigrants get watched. They come here, they infiltrate, they learn how to emasculate not only people like me, but women, men. It's terrible. Now I'm on Grok. Two questions for Grok. Patent. No, I do that on my off time. I don't want to know. I don't want nobody to know my move, my playbook. Um, didn't. We'll talk. We'll fact check what I just said. Christy Nome say that people, civilians, were being followed on, which show was this? This was on Fox News by ODNI, and she was too. Oh, you telling me? What do you find? We're gonna have to hold on. I'm gonna have to find it and fact check myself. It disappeared. This is what is so cool about the government. When I was watching it, I tried to find that same footage. It was meant for me to see it. Because I'm easy, I'm predictable. Like I said, I watched a control streaming by control streaming networks that I know how to set up work. You play show after show, but you have to post that show after show after show. Whoever controlled the Fox streaming showed me that footage, and Grok can't even pick it up. Just like there's a lot of crap I say that is questionable. Let me see if I can find it because it was hard to find and I just let it go. I told what she said and I let it go. Okay, Christy, no. Laura Ingram. Yep, yep. See, I have it already. Let me show you guys before I delete it. I tried to find it. That's my proof right there. They made it shorter. Christy, oh, I put in the date. Let's see what we find. That's not the right interview. I remember everything. Let's get deeper. Watching under the Biden administration, citizens. No, they're never going to show it. Let me write Grok again. Maybe I'm not asking the right questions. This is scary. Christy Nome stated that they had to redact it. That's exactly what happened. That's how quick they redacted it. Christy Nome stated that ODNI during the I didn't the Biden administration was being watched. Is this true? Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. There's no evidence that Christy Nome stated that the Office of Director of National Intelligence during the Biden administration was being watched or surveilled, monitored, and spied on during this phase. That's not what I asked. Sorry, I just drank some bubbly. Searches across news archives, interviews, statements, and social media show Christy Nome has been vocal about surveillance on issues under Biden administration, but her criticism focuses on programs like TSA's Quiet Skies, a traveler screening and air marshal surveillance initiative run by DHS, THS, TSA, and ODI. Current ODNI Tulsi Gabbard praising the programs and noting coordination with DNS, but do not claim ODNI itself is being watched or surveilled. That's not what I'm asking. But hey, I have to be specific. Was the American people being watched by ODNI government marshals? That's what she said. Under the Biden administration. They, you know what? Let me show you just how smart the government is. Watch this. I don't care what pops up anymore. You see what I'm putting there? You see this? Illuminati. You see Illuminati? Nothing pops up, right? Illuminati. Nothing pops up, right? Nothing. Nothing of existence. Now let's do something different. ITAMULL. NSA pops up. Right up. So this whole, and Grok is a part of the government. Grok is an asset to the government, and I'm okay with that. But I don't like being discredited because I know what I hear. I can't fake what I hear. You unless I'm, like I have heard things. I have heard things with my own body. Yes, I have mental health issues, but it's valid. I know it's valid, but I know what I hear. She said there was two marshals. Now they're saying that the only thing that happened was that they were targeting people high end Republicans. But that's not what she said. If you reading it, you see there's some truth to what I'm saying, which means that what I'm saying is accurate. Some things got redacted. Why would I know that? That's what the government does. And I don't like being wrong. I'm not mad at them because they gave me information. But I'm telling you what it is. We were being watched. And maybe they redacted it because they never quite closed the program for the civilians, but closed the program for the Republican, high-end Republican politicians, that Biden was watching them through the U.S. Marshals. Christy Nome said that people were watching civilian American people, marshals. Odie and I don't play that shit. Quiet Skies program. Like I said, all of these organizations, now I don't even care for this answer, is what kind of surveillance do NSA do? Is it like enemy of the state where they have authority to watch you with their high tech? So I can't wait to see what he said. Oh, signals intelligence, intercepting and analyzing communication, phone calls, email, internet data, electronic signals worldwide, primary for foreign intelligence and national security. I love you guys. So Google and Microsoft is Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA. They have to provide data to NSA. So why y'all cock blocking on me, NSA? Why y'all take me off of Google? I have to say I was a little pissed, but it wasn't the right time. But at least you shouldn't have suspended my account. I did nothing wrong. Ooh, ooh, I can see why. I have a story to tell you guys. I know they intercepted it. I know they intercepted it. They had to have intercepted it. Now that I'm very aware of what's going on, they had to have intercepted it. So there was supposedly, I know what I heard and seen, there was a hoax. I think it was a hoax. I don't know how real it was, but there was a hoax that said there was a Russian balloon. It was a bunch of balloons coming to America during 2022, 2023. And our great president, former President Biden, he sat up there and he let a balloon float on our, that's like, I mean, that's like, I don't want to use that example because it's too explicit, but letting someone, a burglar, come in your house, look at all the jewelry, all the televisions, upstairs, downstairs, the secret rooms, the rooms that your wife don't know about, the rooms that your husband don't know about, the doors, the dimensions, you know, just float around, do 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 do, and then shoot it. Like, why did you wait 3 days? It was really crazy, man. And then so during the Russian balloon hoax, because there was supposedly a Russian balloon that flew over, but they didn't want to sit up there and tell that part. But there was a news company that stated that there was a possible Russian balloon, which means that the FBI either redacted it, wanted us to know about it, and redacted it or whatever. But they did say on the news that there was a Russian balloon. I remember seeing that on the news. Before that happened, I wrote the Kremlin. I wrote the Kremlin. I was in Utah and I wrote the Kremlin. I fell asleep and had this weirded out dream. And I'll tell you my dream. So it was a big white room, not like the lights that I see now. I can show you the light setting. Is there anything weird proprietary? No. Hold on. You see how this light is? You see how the light is? That color. But off, it still wasn't it the way the light was. It was a foreign type light, but it was white. I was strapped down. And I never dream. I told y'all, I don't dream. I don't freaking dream. Unless it's a dream that wants me to know what's going on, a vision, I don't dream. And so I'm strapped down, and all of a sudden, uh, a man, I'm being real, it could have been just a dream, but a man in a white uh, towel showing his chest and extremities, but had a towel on, sat up there and was sweated out, like just getting out the shower. I'm being real. Don't leave. Here's the story. It was weirded me out too, but I was trapped in it. So I'm strapped down, and then I don't remember kind of who unstraps what. I'm not naked or nothing, but I'm fully clothed and I'm strapped down. And then this person, this entity, whoever this person was that resembled President Putin, unstraps my arm. So immediately I go for the other arm that was strapped up and I run out. It was two doors like this, sort of like this, but like this. Let's just say it was two doors, but it was like this, one door in front of the other. And I sat up there and I grabbed the first door, and something told me to try to grab the other door. So I'm like this. Nobody is saying nothing. But the last words I hear from Putin was, or whoever this entity was that looked like Putin, was, Hunter, come here. And Hunter Biden walks past me. And then I wake up. Now, after that, the Russian balloon happened. After that, I learned that the mayor of Russia gave Hunter Biden almost $2 million. Um, and like you don't give out that kind of money without some type of exchange. The Bidens were in mix with Russia, just like China. They turned their backs on the American people for profit. And let me elaborate. Drugs was pouring into our country easily when it could easily been stopped. They were so muffled by a simple strategy, which is death to anyone who tries to fuck with us and come to America. You didn't want to do that because it's too much of a profit and you enjoy the cartels. It shows. You take up for them. I can go on for hours. I proved my point. Um, Take care, you guys. It's 8 o'clock. I love spending time. Thank you so much for joining my show. Um, be safe. You know, have y'all ever had this happen to you? I have to say this, where you have something on your computer, and so you get a little scared because it's like a piece of cotton or something, and it's like right there, and so it's looking like I got something in my nose. I'm moving back and forth trying to figure out, is it me or is it the computer? Is it me? Because I carry this bad boy with me everywhere. I thought I'd let y'all laugh about that for a second because Kimberly Cloud keeps it real. Maybe some people say, yeah, too real, and I'm like, whatever, dude. Let me be me. Take care, be safe, and thank you guys. Bye.